Hey gang, I'm back. And in that last video, we were talking about objects, we were talking about class constructions, and oh my goodness, aren't they intriguing and sometimes horrifying? What I didn't show you is how we can take this ball, we were console.logging it, and append it to the div. So how do we transform this into a thing we can see on the screen? And if you want to, pause the video and think about that for a sec. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our create div function from before, and we're going to pass this ball into it and use the values of the ball in this function. So this is a little bit neat, I think. What we're going to do is say something like create, because if we try to just append this if we try to just append this ball1 to the div, you can see that's not a document node. So what we need to do is we need to transform it into a div. Take this data that's stored in this ball and turn it into a div. And the way we'll do that is we'll pass this ball1 into create div. So I'll say ball1. I'll pass that in to create div. And now you can see we don't get that error message, but we also aren't using that data inside of our function yet. So we're returning a div, and we can even see in the console we have a div, but it doesn't have the right data. It doesn't have the data that we just passed in to here. So we're gonna pass this data in as ball1, and we're gonna accept it in this input. And I'm going to use a thing called object destructuring. We'll pull off X, Y, and color. Now we'll assign our color here, and we'll assign our X here, and we'll assign our Y here. And we're still not seeing that div. Why not? Color is not defined at create div. Color. There we go. And let's just see if we get it now. There it is. We just appended that div to the DOM with those values that we are creating here. And just to be sure, we can set this to an color. We'll set it to a hexadecimal color. And let's make ball2. We'll set ball2 to be purple. So we'll make a hexadecimal color that's going to be FF in the red and the blue. And now we can run that function with ball1 and ball2. And we can append that both times. And you see we get one red and one purple. So this is how we use objects to store data and then transform them with functions. And this was just a short video. I just wanted to talk about that, object destructuring and transforming data with functions. In the next video, I'm going to show you, see, we're starting to have these repeated structures, which are kind of a drag. Let's say we wanted 100 balls. We need a way to handle these more elegantly. And so in the next video, I'm going to talk about loops and conditions.